In this video, I'm going to give you a quick rundown from the information we've seen on the Indigo Disk of how you can prepare yourself for going into the Indigo Disk DLC on December 14th. Now, you first need to know that before you can even go to this DLC, you have to complete the story in Paldea. You have to become the champion. You also then need to go to Kitakami and complete the story in Kitakami before you're even allowed to go to the Indigo Disk place. You can't go there until you've done those two things. So finish those before December. The wild Pokemon in the Indigo Disk are said to be around level 65 and higher. One thing you should know is that the trainer battles in the Indigo Disk are apparently very hard. They're based off of more competitive styles. They have held items, they use strategies, and the biggest kicker of them all is that most of the battles are double battles. That means you're fighting two Pokemon at a time with two Pokemon of yours in your party at a time. So you're going to have to try build a team to focus on strategies that are best for taking on two Pokemon at a time, so how you can defend yourself from the tricks like Trick Room from the opposing team, as well as setting up your team for massive success. So I recommend doing some research into good doubles teams that people use for ranked play that you can use in the Indigo Disk, because apparently it's going to be quite competitive and difficult. Think of our 7-star raids, but now it's just the elite trainers play like that. So it's going to be challenging. Now, the Indigo Disk is going to have a big biome map, like a big dome, and in this dome it's literally split down the middle and then the side, so it's kind of divided into 4 biomes. The first biome is a snow polar biome. I think it's actually called polar biome. There's also a coastal biome that is very tropical on the beach kind of vibe, like that. Has a lot of throwbacks or links to Alola. Apparently you can actually find some Alolan Pokemon there, so that's going to be pretty cool. I really hope I can get an Alolan Marowak. That's what I'm holding out thumbs for. There's also a savanna biome that represents kind of almost like plains, desert, literally where I live, the African continent. It's kind of just Farigirafs and giraffes and that kind of just African land that you would, I guess, stereotypically think of. And lastly, there's a cliffs biome, which is with old mountains and cliffs and big ass stuff that's hard to traverse yourself around. But since we seem to be maybe getting unlimited unlocked flying for our legendaries, maybe we can just fly everywhere. I don't know. It was shown in a mini game, so who knows if that's going to be a permanent thing. Now, there are many videos that just went live a couple hours ago, basically of people who went to the New York event. I think it was in New York, where there was an event letting people YouTubers play the Indigo Disk for about an hour or so and let them experience pretty much everything. And their videos tell you a lot more detail than I can give. I don't have any footage. I wasn't invited. Next time, guys. Maybe next time. Please invite me next time. I'm just kidding though. But you should prepare to catch yourself a Pokemon that has some setups to catch all these new Pokemon, because new DLC, tons of new Pokemon to catch. I always recommend using something I'm using a Iron Valiant for this, a Pokemon that is designed for catching other Pokemon. This is what I'm using right now. It's a Iron Valiant with a wide lens to increase its accuracy. You'll see right now. We go ahead and go to its moves. It has a bunch of moves, right? The last move is its main move, False Swipe, which basically lets you never accidentally kill the opposing Pokemon. So it will always have 1 HP. So it's great to get a Pokemon to red health so that they're much easier to catch with Pokeballs. And if that's too hard, you can even use a Hypnosis, which only has a 60% accuracy. But with our wide lanes, that's a bit higher. So yeah, we can actually put the Pokemon to sleep. And if they're sleeping and red health, they're super easy to catch. So I highly recommend having a Pokemon like this to catch all of those new Pokemon without having to throw 400 balls and missing over and over and over again, because that can be frustrating. But ultimately, that is all you need to know in how to get prepared for this new DLC. I hope you guys are excited as I am. It sounds like it's going to be a tough, challenging one, which I think is going to be more fun because all my Pokemon are level 100 and destroy everything like they did in Kitakami. So this time it's going to be a little more interesting. So that's going to be fun. I hope you guys are excited too. And thank you so much for watching this video.